Thank you very much for coming on our channel, and you are welcome. I'm QGC Akbar Jilani. Today we are with a new video for the Nebosh IG2 risk assessment. How to develop the Nebosh IG2 risk assessment. Actually, for this paper IG2, we have two videos. This is part 1, and next video we will have the part 2. Actually, the Nebosh IG2 is having 4 parts. So first part and second part we will discuss over here in this part, and the other 2 parts we will discuss in the second video. Nebosh is difficult, of course, but non-technical professional made it more and more difficult. Let me learn the tips and how to pass the IG2 in first attempt. There are some requirements for the Nebosh IG2. If we fulfill all these requirements, then we will be able to pass the paper. Because over here there is no marking, 100 by 100 is required. So full marking. If there is failure of one requirement, then it will be fail. So it is very difficult, and we have to fulfill all the requirements, otherwise we will have to face failure. Total parts 4. The first part is the background. So now we are taking what is actually will be in the backgrounds. Name of the organization, like name of your organization. If it is any organization like manufacturing company, construction site, hotel, restaurant, or hospital, or any place, you will put name. Site location means where it is located. Like if it is in Abu Dhabi, you will write Abu Dhabi. If it's in Rasul Khaimah, you will write Rasul Khaimah. If it's in India Hyderabad, you will write India Hyderabad, or any other place. Number of workers, total number of workers, how many number of workers. If you don't know the exact number, approximately 50 or 60 or 500 or something. General description of the organization. General, if you have had the website of the company, just only take this part from the website, or just only ask them what is your organization name and what is this, because most of the organizations nowadays have their websites. So from the websites you can have this part. And apart from this, you will write what type of equipment are used there and what are the activities over there. And apart from this, the shift schedule. What two shifts are there? One shift is there, and like in some organization like hotels, they can or hospitals, they cannot give off like Sunday, Saturday off. No, they will have compensate of some employees will be absent on one day, some employees will be absent on another day. So this called the compensation of. Now below this is the description of the area to be included in the risk assessment. If you conduct this as risk assessment for the whole entity, you will write whole organization. Or if it is for any department like school, hospital, only facility department, then write down the facility department. If in the school you are conducting the risk assessment only for the ground area, playground, you can put playground, or you can, it's better to put the whole facility will be better. Any other relevant information you can write over here. The organization having one safety officer, or the organization having HC manager, or a less number of employees are there, like 20 or something, then you can write this: the general manager is taking care of the health and safety. So this is uh, enough for you. And this is a big organization. Then in this case, for the safety, they have dedicated HEC manager, dedicated HEC officers, to engineers or something like this. Now, so total for this part, you will have to write how many words? 150 to 200 words. 150 to 200 words. Now we are going to the second part. In the second part, you should aim to complete this section in 100 to 200 words. In this, what we will describe. But keep in mind that we have to give over here some international document reference. And apart from this, so this international document reference you can quote here, like the UKHC guideline, or if you open the UKHC guideline, lot of risk assessment are there in a sample. So you just really open the document and what is the document number. So give the reference of this document, like just really the website, copy paste here. If, but apart from this, you also have to write over here like the ILO convention C155 as well as the recommendation R164 requirements or ILO COPs. Apart from this, communication to someone like the HEC manager, like I talk to or we discuss with the HEC manager, safety officers, or safety supervisors, or the maintenance guy working over there, or something you can write over here. Now see what we will write. Sources of information consulted. So who you spoke to. So this is also covered here. How you identify the hazards. Like the hazards we can identify from the types of incidents in the workplace. What is already being done? Like see, they are providing the PPE, but the PPE, the employees are using the PPE. If they are complying with the some international standards like ISO 1445 or something, you also have to write like this. Or if they are working in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and they are complying with the some regulatory authority requirements, like for in the Abu Dhabi, like ADOSH SM version 4.0 requirements. Already the system is approved from the SRS Sector Regulatory Authority, and audits are conducted, and OSHB's performance reporting are quarterly submitted to the SRA. So you also can quote like this. So in this part, you have to complete 100 to 200 words. Now, okay, in which workplace you can complete, or you can you can complete your IG2. So construction site, it will be a construction site, yes. School, yes. Manufacturing, yes. Manufacturing industry. Hotel, yes. Restaurant, yes. Hospital, yes. Etc. Now, over there now, part 2 is starting. Organization name of the organization that you put in the first page, on the first row. Date of assessment. Like see, your examination is in the September 2025. So it's better to write like 1st of September 2025, 2nd, 4th, 5th. So write like this, like we are putting here 5th of September 2025. Now, scope of the risk assessment. Which part of the organization you put in the risk assessment, or you consider for the risk assessment? You will write like this. Like over here, I am just only conducting my risk assessment in the hospital, and I am writing over here the facility department of the hospital. Or if I conducting this in a construction site, so I will write over here the construction activities on site. Khalas. Now we are coming to the second part. In the second part, you have to complete. You have to do this by selecting at least five hazards activities, at least 5 hazard activities. Now, add the number of hazards at minimum you have to write. You have to write 10. So, the type of hazard activities minimum 5. And the types of hazards, the hazards total you have minimum 10. If 9, no, fail. It's better to write to take from the 7 categories and 12 or 13 hazards will be better. Now, in the first, there, if we see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 columns are there, 6 columns. So over here, hazard category. Then, who might be harmed and how? What are you doing already? The existing control. And what further control actions are required? Now the time scale. The time scale will be in days or months, not immediate or not going on. No, it's not acceptable. If you write like this, fail. Then again, responsible person, job title. So over here we will put the responsible persons in the organization. Now, let's we come to the first. How we will write the first column. Hazard category and hazards. Now in this case, you will write the hazard category or the hazard category and hazard. Now over here, the hazard category is fire and the hazard is also fire. Clear? Now, no write mechanical hazard, physical hazard, no, just only the category. The category already guideline, already given by the Nebosh in the guideline, and in this I will show you this too. So you will see how we select the hazard category. Now over here in the first column you will have to write the situation. You will have to write the situation like fire, but fire how? Like the situation. Hard works activities are conducting on site where combustible materials are there. So there is a risk of fire in the workplace. If not properly handle the hard works, what will happen? Fire. So we have to write over here the name of the hazard category, the hazard, and the situation. The situation. Or it was fire. Like it was observed. It was observed that one guy he was smoking near the store, near the in the area where there were combustible material storage in this particular place. So it gonna be a fire in the workplace. So it's a situation. Now, who might be harmed and how? Who might be harmed and how? So now in this case, the hazardous event. So who will be suffer or who will be harmed? Be the people who are working there, like site supervisor, electrician, general workers, visitors, and damage to the properties, electrocution, or shock due to damage wire, leads, and plugs. Clear? Now over here we see that some damage cable were also there. So this fire due to the welding in the welding machines, there are some bare wires. So electrocution also he wrote here. So maybe this guy have this observe these things. Now over here, once we write over here the consequence, how might, and the consequence will be also there. The consequence, please, and how might be harmed and how. So cutting and welding activities with unguarded or no hand protection may result in burn, cuts, and etc. Insulated power cable tools with a half-baked body use of welding activities can cause fire or outbreak, explosion or burn. Now over here, what are you already doing? What you have had in place. So this is the existing control. At a minimum fitted less in face protection is appropriate for the activity being performed. Flashback arrest installed use are tools that is defensive, such as equipment with an offerable safety switch, missing guards, or without head protection, fire and cursor on PTW already there. So now these are the existing control. The uh, further control. Actually, when you people are writing any type of further control, it will be based on ERIC PD or hierarchy of control. Elimination, reduce, substitute, engineering control, administrative control, and PPE. So in this case, we will write the further control. Full hierarchy, please. Hierarchy of control. Fire warden should be provided and ensure fire extinguishers, fire hose rails, and the fire extinguishers fire extinguishing agents are available in the immediate area. So 7 days. Now, health and safety officers. Actually, this time scale when you giving just really a lot of resources are required. So you will have to give here more time, not 7 days. Clear? Now, second, gas test should be conducted if required prior to the activity at regular interval. Now, over here we will take 1 day. Certified gas tester. Now, maintaining monthly inspection of electrical tools and power cables, like 1 month, then electrical engineers. Provide temporary workshop for grinding, cutting, and welding with adequate arrangements. Like see, actually, grinding and cutting, they people were doing in the area. In this area, there were like there were combustible material were there, so this risk was due to this. So in this case, it's better to provide this separate area for these activities. So if you want, you can put this on the top. This is also okay. Put this on the top because this is actually elimination. So you have to put this on the top. Why in the sample I put it here? To make sure that this guy put here is wrong. It should be on the top. I think you got my point. Now, provide natural exhaust or force ventilation to control exposure to metal fumes and other contaminated being generated. Now, this is also a type of engineering control. So, if we see over here, on the top is fire extinguisher. So it's also considered as a engineering control, but it's better provide natural exhaust. To keep this also off. Fourth number first, then fifth number second. After this forward. So I think it's now enough for you. So now over here, combustible material should be removed. Like see, this is also engineering control. So fifth, then sixth, then fourth, then six, then five, then one, then two, then three, then seven, and then eight. Adequate means to emergency escape routes. This is also like semi-administrative control, semi-engineering control. Maintain monthly inspection is administrative control. So in this case, which one for we will take first? Like fourth, then we will take fifth, and then fourth, then sixth, then fifth, then one, then two, then three, then seven, and then eight. So that's why I put here in this way because this way is wrong. So you have to select based on the ERIC PD. This is the requirement. So now welfare and work environment welfare. Over here you can put like see. So we want to be just need to go here. Fourth, because the most the important part is this part. Fourth, fifth, and sixth. This is the fourth one. Ensure welfare facilities are enough for worker on site. For example, toilets are enough in number of facilities. Worker is really like one in project manager because it need money. And 1 week is enough. Welfare and work. Welfare facilities are very poor as lack of toilets on site A. Toilet for 55 workers and in unhygienic condition. So, unhygienic condition over here, we will have to write like site supervisor, general workers, lack of toilets and non-hygienic condition, health issues. Some workers need to hold their here to use toilets and the toilet is already occupied by the other workers holding their urine. Using unhygienic toilet will lead to ill health disease such as urinary tract infection. Urinary tract infection. Few toilets are there, but they need more. So ensure welfare facilities, provision of either temporary or mobile toilets, regular cleaning of the toilets. So first provide them more. After this, proper hygiene. So in this case, you also can complete like this. Noise, like see noise, but from how we have noise in the workplace, like third number, too much noise in the construction site because loading, unloading. This guy wrote over here, but it's not totally complete. Like he has to need to add more. This also okay, but he has to add more. Too much noise in the construction site because loading, unloading, and hammering activities, vibrations, and operations of vehicles, site vehicles, and dumpers or something. So he has to write like this. Mainly the worker working for long times. So you will in this way you have to write over here what are the consequences of the noise. If you want to set the consequences of noise, you can give this to Google and over there just only all it will come directly. Now, engineering control using noise barrier and sound absorbing material. Now, see, this is very good. It's very good because he put here first the engineering control, daily noise inspection administrative, toolbox tasks administrative, planning maintenance administrative, use of noise meter administrative, training administrative, ensure the use of earplugs by PPE, monthly based surveillance administrative. Now disciplinary action also administrative control. Administrative control. Over here we see here the first one, noise barrier and sound absorbing materials. So it needs more and more money. So that's why it's given to the project manager in 6 months. Why 6 months? Because for this we needs for this more and more money budget. So in this case they give 6 months. If we come to number 8, 3 months. Why 3 months? Because for surveillance also we have to identify uh, who are the workers who exposed to more noise. We have to identify. After this, we have to do the noise survey in the area. After this, we have to send the identified employees or workers for the health surveillance test because LPO will be raised and so many other things. Ergonomics. So you also just see here. And from this, you will understand. So now we will have these are the uh, hazard categories that we have from the Nebosh guideline. So you can took from this noise category. It's better to take from one from element number 5 1 noise or something radiations. That's WRULD from this or load manual handling load handling equipment one from this hazardous substances take two from this. Okay, now guys, from the noise you can take two also because in one area there is noise, in another area there is also noise. So it will be considered two hazards but one hazard category. Noise, if you write noise two times because in one area there is noise from the loading and unloading. In one area there is some activity is going on we are near a hammering or something. So from this area also we have noise. So noise we can describe in two hazards, but it will be considered only one category, not two categories, only one category. Now over here, manual handling. So noise, then manual handling, then hazardous substances, like you are taking hazardous substances in this, like some chemical is there. So it's a chemical hazardous substances. Now non-hygienic, as we discuss here, the toilets, non-hygienic condition. So is the ill health, means biological hazards, means biological hazardous substances. Now from here, slips and trips, slips and trips are movement of people and vehicle in the workplace or confined space. Now from here, work equipment, machinery, fire and electricity. So it's better to go for one, like see, one from electricity, from fire 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you will select 7 categories. From each one you select, everyone will be okay. And at least 12 hazards, 12 or 13, okay. And the control that you people provide on the column number 4 will be on the elimination, substitution, engineering control, administrative control, and the PPE. So this is the control. I think this is enough for this part, and we will take another part later, the third and fourth part of the IG2. Thank you very much.